Welcome to Unbuttoned, the curious mind of a values-driven entrepreneur. My name is Emily, and I'm a brand strategist, designer, author, and full-time believer in doing business your way. Today, I want to talk about the fact that not every pivot in your business starts with a big plan. Sometimes it starts with a gut feeling or a quiet voice that says, "This doesn't feel like me anymore." A few months ago, I felt that exact twinge after reading a post about how sharing phrases like getting money into women's hands can unintentionally exclude non-binary and gender expansive people. And honestly, I was triggered. Not because I disagreed, but because deep down I knew that they were right. And that meant I had to do something about it. At first, that something was small. I added a note to my website footer that said, "While we focus on women entrepreneurs, everyone is welcome here. We're committed to a safe space that celebrates diversity, regardless of gender identity or sexual orientation." It didn't require a full rebrand and it didn't undo the work I had already done, but it was a step forward towards alignment. And I couldn't unsee what it brought up. The truth is, I wasn't ready to make a big change then. I didn't want to start fresh. I didn't want to be wrong. And I certainly didn't love the idea that walking away from all the energy I poured into Bootstrap Woman, my old business name, and all of the time spent doing the right things to build my brand's visibility. Doing things like writing technical blog posts for SEO instead of writing about what fires me up wasn't feeling right either. The longer I sat with it, the more I realized my brand values and my brand messaging were no longer saying the same thing. And that misalignment needed to be fixed. So here I am. A new name, a clearer mission, and a business that feels a lot more like me. Even though it felt scary to start fresh, the truth is my strategy, offers, and identity didn't need to be scrapped entirely. They just needed to be unbuttoned. Because what's underneath it all, that's what matters most. The values, the fire, the you behind the business. Getting honest about what I care about, what I actually want, and how I want to show up was the shift I needed. It's what allowed me to reimagine my business into something that feels like I'm back on the right path and heading in the right direction. Unbuttoned Brands isn't just a rebrand for me, it's permission to stop performing, to stop people-pleasing, to stop writing boring blog posts for the algorithm when my soul is screaming to say something more real. It's about doing business your own way, doing it in a way that honors your growth, your values, your energy. And the truth is, I wouldn't have landed here if I hadn't listened to the small signs along the way, the twinges, the triggers, the quiet whispers. That's the power of intuition. It's not always loud or flashy, but it will point you in the right direction if you let it. Remember, your next move doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. It just has to feel right to you. Thanks for spending a little time with me and my curious brain today. If you're into this kind of honest, heart-led business talk, hit subscribe and stick around.